Okay, let's see what this one is. Yeah, my magenta toner is running low. I'm going to take a day off work tomorrow and go get some more, order some. They'll ship it over to my place. Hopefully I can get it in the afternoon, or yeah, it'll be in the afternoon, I think. Okay, let's see what we have here. A children's t-shirt with a butterfly with sequins and stitching of some descript, some embroidery. So yeah, this garment, we're going to make something interesting out of the butterfly. Going to make it a movement piece, I do think. Anyway, that looks interesting, and I like that gold strip. That looks good. I'm really missing a loved one, folks, so I'm trying to get this video presentation of my photocopier diddlings, you could say, or demos. These are demos, and I'm trying to get them onto the free-to-air television on the primetime news. Trying my best to put my best foot forward, folks. This is not an easy thing to do. Anyway, that's starting to take a lovely shape and colour. I'm actually thinking we do another one, but I'm really missing my partner. He's my soulmate, and I really long to be with him. I think this is the only way I'm going to get what I'm after, to find him. Anyway, that looks better actually. I think I could use that again. I'm going to make another version of that, but I'm really missing this person, Luigi. And it's really difficult dealing with the loss that I've had to deal with, dealing with the idea that it's all my fault, that I fucked up. So I'm not happy with myself and what I've done. I'm trying to make amends. I'm really trying hard, folks. I'm pulling out the stops, so to speak. Pulling out all the stops. Trying to make the big time so I can find where Luigi's gotten to. Now we've got something that's really nice and workable. Wondering if this is going to be it. I just got a tweet message come up on my phone. It's just there in my face. Wondering if we're going to do another one. But basically I get really lonely away from him, and it's really proven very difficult dealing with the fallout of what I've done. it really hurts to know that you fucked up and that you're the one who did it, that, you know, you've done yourself something big and stupid, but I have to keep the stupidity away from myself. I've got to stop thinking about it if I can, to try and rebuild the future, because by thinking of the past, you might do what I've done and fuck the future, and then I have to go back and redo it, and I have to do that. So now I'm fucked up. I've got to stop getting angry at myself somehow. Somehow, if I can just stop being angry at myself for what I did, and just concentrate on what I can fix. What can be done in the future can be fixed, folks. All is not lost. That's how I've got to see it. I've got to see it that way, folks. You got to somehow, you got to be positive about how things have ended up. That maybe something happened in the past, happened for a reason, even though you don't like what's happening, what it's doing to your life as you speak. And it just fucks your head in. Thinking about it, musing over it, and I'm going to try and stop. I have to stop. Somehow, I have to stop thinking about the past and just concentrate on my bright future instead. And I know I've got a bright future. I know one day I am determined I'm going to build the best photocopiers on earth. I'm going to build photocopiers that the world has never seen. They'll be good for the planet. They'll be good for the human race. I'll be building them in such a way that they'll be built mostly out of recycled materials from places like India and China. They're going to be made in Australia instead of made in Vietnam or made in China. The labour we hire will be paid a little bit more than what they're worth. I'm talking what they're actually worth, not worth as in slaves, because we're not going to have slave labour in our photocopier factory. There is no way I'm going to support that. So, you know, I'm going to basically make a difference. And I'm going to try my best to make this technology sustainable. And I want to become a scientist as well as a CEO, so I can find solutions to major problems like climate change, or how to clean up nuclear waste or decontaminate it, like Chernobyl and Fukushima. So, you know, I'm trying my best to set up this bright future. I'm not interested in profiteering. Most of the money that I earn as a CEO will indeed go towards scientific and humanitarian causes. Sorry if I may have repeated myself there, folks. So we have to think of the human race. We've got to think of our future as a human race instead of behaving like a bunch of fucktards who just care about money. Because money is important, but money isn't everything, and money isn't something that you should abuse just because you've got the power and the might because of that money. You know, the money, with earning lots of money comes a huge responsibility. And too many CEOs are abusing that responsibility. And this is why our world is in such a fuck. You know, everything's fucked. Even the COVID-19 could probably be traced back to the love of money, because climate change and deforestation, just to name a couple of forces, could contribute, or they do contribute to COVID-19. So you've got to think what you're doing. And the thing is, now I'm wondering whether this is the better one. But basically, you've got to think use your money wisely, use your wealth in a way that's responsible. And that's really hard for a lot of rich people to understand, is how to use their money responsibly. Now I'm wondering if we're going to use this. I'm going to do another version of this. So yeah, we have to think like we're civilized and not try to go back to the dark ages with our passion for profiteering. And the man who runs Konica Minolta is a shame. He's an idiot. His name is Shai Yamana. He's into profiteering. You can tell this machine only has a 5-year lifespan. The machinery I'm going to be building, it'll be roughly 60 years. And then it'll be torn down for recycling, and the machines will be designed so they're easy to recycle. So you've got to think of everything. You've got to try and think as much as possible of everything to help make the world a better place, to leave the world in a better state. But people just don't want to think like that. Most people just want to profiteer. They want to keep the money to themselves, bank the money and leave it in the bank, put it in offshore havens, tax havens, shit around, fuck around, be a bunch of idiots, drive their fucking Mercedes Benzes and their fucking Porsches and Lamborghinis and fucking showing off and being a bunch of swanky little idiots. Honestly, I have no time for that. I've got no respect. I can't respect that kind of shit that we have amongst the rich. This is looking even better, but it's still not quite what I want. So yeah, we have to think outside the rich people's money-fucked box. You know, we've got to think. We've got to do what is right, what we know is right. Otherwise, the human race could indeed go extinct. Do we want that, folks? Do we want to die a slow and agonising, polluted water, polluted food death? Do we want that, folks? We don't. It's a pretty simple answer to a stupid question. But I'm just so over it, folks. I'm so over this, the photocopier industry as it stands. I'm going to be inheriting a huge mess of an industry once I finally become CEO. I'm going to be inheriting a huge fucking wreckage of fucking money-fucked idiots that have made it happen. But that's okay. I know I can fix it. I know I've got the mindset, the determination. Look at what I'm doing here with this TV campaign. This is determination, folks. I'm not rich and I'm disabled, and that's what I look forward to, is one day they'll have technology to fix the brain damage I had at birth that's caused the bulk of my disability. And basically I'm trying to do what I feel is right. Even though I'm disabled, I'm not going to let that be an excuse to do the wrong thing or to... I don't know which way we're going to do this. I'm going to try and... But I'm trying my best, folks, to do this presentation work that I do. I'm going to just tilt that on an angle. I don't know how it's going to look. But they'll have the technology, and I look forward to the day that I'm free to become a CEO and I'm free to be a scientist, to be able to think something and make it happen. And that technology will indeed be, it'll be good, it'll be really good. And I look forward to becoming what they would call a cyborg, because that's what I'd be with all that technology in my head, a cyborg. But it's for the good, it's for the betterment of mankind. This doesn't look too good. I'm doing a shit job of this. I'm wondering if we're going to just go back to 200. I seem to be making loads of these prolongated type demos today, folks. I don't know if this is going to fit on my television disc, all of these big demos. It should do, hopefully. Anyway, that looks a bit shit house. Looks promising. Just going right into this. Maybe we can again try to tilt it on an angle. I'm really missing my partner Luigi, and I'm just trying to get this stuff out there. So I'm trying my hardest to bring these demos to the world. I'm trying to bring these demos to the world. However difficult it is. Anyway, that looks interesting, but it's not what I actually want. Just trying to work out how to make this look good. But I'm really missing my partner, and it's really killing me trying to get the TV channels interested. Anyway, that's not looking as good. Still, it looks really wavy, but I'm not getting the result that I'm after. I'm really missing this partner Luigi, and it's really difficult. I'm trying to make these demos as good as possible without getting too carried away, so to speak. I'm going to leave it at 300. My intuition's telling me. My intuition's telling me to go with it, even though it looks shit. But this is a very long demo. I can't invest too much into it. But it might look better than I thought, as it often does. But I'm really missing my partner, and it's really hard dealing with the loss. But I'm going to try and bring messages of hope and inspiration to the world through these demos. I will. I want to be inspiring. I want to, even though I'm disabled, I'm not going to let that be an excuse to put myself down or anything like that. Or I do put other people down. I do put corporate entities down. I get so sick of them. They're fucked. I'm not going to let them stop me from making a difference in my own life and in the lives of others who need help. And in the future, I do see a bright. What I just said about the future of photocopiers, I'm positive about it. I do know it's going to happen. I can tell, I'm confident. My intuition tells me that I'm going to make it. And when I finally leave the earth, I'm going to leave the earth, I'm determined, in a better state. And I'm going to make the world a better place. I'm not interested in profiteering, folks. I probably already said that, sorry. I'll be giving roughly 95% of my earnings away to philanthropic entities like Science and Humanity. I think I've already said that, sorry. So yeah, and I'm still going to have a lot of money to live on. Believe you me, it's going to be a lot more than what I'm used to. Anyway, that looks quite nice. That looks better than I thought. Let's see, I think we can now. I'm wondering if I could do a switcheroo, or maybe not. Maybe not this time. It's hard to tell. I think now we can call this demo. Oops, I've got to get it in the middle. Quits.